Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're gonna dive into all of the makeup that you didn't know you needed. These are indie products that are smash, slam dunk, smash hits. I'm so excited about everything we're gonna talk about. These feel like hidden gems, but more. Everything that I have to share with you is so satisfying. We're gonna get into a good swatch session. I have some good shadow palettes, among other things. I'm gonna try my very best to not be doing this the whole freaking video. The mosquito attack situation has gone like full tilt. I don't understand why they love me and not my husband. It's a weird thing. Anybody have anything to say about this? Because I'm trying my best to not go out during like mosquito hours, but it's happening in the morning. It's happening midday. It somehow is happening at night. Like I have one here, one on my hand. Whew, she's a little bit uncomfortable. Also, how are we feeling about the Gap hoodie? I have not worn Gap anything in a million bajillion years, and now I'm back into it. The jeans I'm wearing are Gap as well. I used to work at the Gap, so it's kind of like this weird thing when I go in there and I'm just like, oh my gosh, memories. Yeah, so first it was Abercrombie and now I'm like jumping into Gap and liking it. I would walk by Gap and just be like, ew, gross, no, for the longest time. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are gonna dive into the makeup. I have one more announcement because this is an Indie Loves video. We're gonna talk about my stepson, Taylor. Beau Roses on Instagram. He has a new single over on Spotify called Other Side. I will link it in the description box below. I'm super proud. Go give it a listen. Go check it out. And now on to the beauty goods. We're gonna start with a makeup melt off buttery cleanser. I love this so much. This is from Jazmine Beauty. This is the Makeup Melting Daily Cleansing Balm. It says you can use this AM and PM. I personally only use this PM. I am a cleansing balm fanatic. I am Goldilocks like to the max when it comes to this one's like too waxy, this one's too oily, this one is just right. This is one of those just right situations, and I actually super love the container as well. You pop this puppy open and you have a spatula that fits right on the lid, and I love those genius touches that typically, in my opinion, indie brands are always the first to do. But I love this little extra touch, and you can still twist it open. This is a very oily cleansing balm, which I really love when I'm wearing makeup like this, when I have lash glue on. Like I've got to go in and do the double cleanse. I start with a balm and then I follow up with a cleanser. Now this one is easy to rinse off, removes the makeup beautifully. The one odd thing about it, and it's not a bad thing, it actually is really pleasant and it hasn't irritated me, is the scent is very soapy, but it kind of has this like laundry detergent smell, but in a good way. Like when you walk by laundry being done and you can smell that wafting of like dryer sheets, it's the craziest thing. But whenever I'm taking my makeup off with this, I just like get reminded to do my laundry. I don't know, it's really strange, but I've been loving this. I love so much from Jazmine Beauty. Definitely a brand to watch and check out. Now we're gonna move right on in to my most favorite, delicious, yummy palette. Oh my gosh. This is one that will just satisfy to the max. You go on their IG and it does like all of the like we are like swatching and like, oh, it's like, look at the glitter and someone's like flashing a light on it. And it's just so incredibly satisfying to watch those. I don't know about you, but it's massive in my recommends. It's like the algorithm knows that I love makeup so much. So I go to search anything and it's just like makeup swatches everywhere. And I'm just like, And this is a brand that definitely has that glimmer, duochromatic type of a thing about the brand that is really special. You cannot find in Sephora duochromes like this without spending $100. This is an Australian brand. This is Glaminatrix, and this is the Sugar and Spice palette. This is like Natasha Denona level plus. Like the chromes in here, like the glitters, the glimmers, and even the mattes are just like buttery soft, smooth. This is an incredible palette. I am wearing more than I probably should because I really wanted to show off this palette today. And I kind of just went to town and I was like, and maybe we need a little more green and maybe we need a little more of this. And let's just like really get in there. But I want to show you guys swatches. I believe it's $55 US. And I get sent a lot of makeup. I try a lot of makeup. My hands are in a lot of makeup and I don't often get this impressed. And I feel when there are smaller batches, when you're purchasing from a more independent brand that doesn't have to mass produce product to be sold in stores, the quality and the pigmentation are typically better. It's just a thing. It just is. And you're not spending as much. But if you've ever been on the fence, like, do I want to spend that? Is it like kind of garbage makeup? Like, I don't know. It's still $55. I'm here to show you swatches and share with you that indie brand eyeshadows are where it is at. I will continue using and loving this palette for a hot minute. It has my full attention. Let's go through the swatches. We'll start on the top. This is my favorite row. We have vanilla, fennel, nutmeg, mustard, which I'm wearing today, and star anise. And then we have in the middle the mattes, which you have everything to do like a beautiful matte look as well. If you're like, ooh, I don't want to do shimmers, you got everything you need. Meringue, brulee, sticky date, brownie, and licorice. On the bottom, there's a yellow that actually translates more neon green. It's a really pretty color in the pan. It does not look as impressive as it actually is, in my opinion. Let's look at the swatches. Taffy, lavender, gumdrop, basil, and mint. Now I want to walk you through the eye look that I did today. I started out with brownie just because I wanted to pump up the outer corner of my eye when I was laying down star anise. Star anise is duochromatic. When you use a darker shade underneath a duochrome, you're gonna get more of a play on that color shift. So I put just a little bit on the outer edge, and then I was in a more is more mood, so I went in with mustard, and I was a little too aggressive. I definitely got it on my face. That is a messier shade, but it's one of my favorite in the palette, so just be sure to either use it wet or with some type of a glitter glue so you don't get little sprinkles on your cheeks. It is what it is. I still like my eye look today. And then I went in with nutmeg on the inner corner and went a little out of control. I was just like, I want all of the glitter. Thank you so much. And as I was done, I looked in the mirror and I was like, you know what? No, we need just like a touch more. So off camera, I did like dip into fennel and I just kind of did this business right here. And I can't say enough. Love this palette. This is an Australian brand and I am wowed. Another brand that I am so wowed by is What's Up Beauty. I really love their brushes, especially the detail brushes. They're so petite, tiny, high quality. You can wash them over and over again. They hold their shape. They do not fray. They're fantastic. Now for shadow, this palette, the Desert Monsoon palette, is phenomenal. It wears really well. I wore this pink shade Desert Rose just kind of by itself one day, and I was really impressed. At the end of the day, I looked in the mirror and I was like, how is this not creasing and how is it still punchy and vibrant? The saturation is there. It's really pretty. Also, I think it's kind of cool that they have nail polishes that perfectly coordinate with the palette. Maybe that's your thing. Maybe it's not. Maybe you see that kind of thing and you're like, oh wow, this is for those that are like still trapped in 2016, which sometimes, you know what, I will raise my hand and admit that I find it satisfying to be matchy and a little more done. And while I'm not into a double winged cut crease glitter face painting situation that way back when many of us were guilty of just going to town with and doing all the IG photos and just trying so desperately to not be boring that maybe we took it a little too far sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And now everything is like skin and dewy and juicy and latte makeup and clean girl aesthetic, which normally I'm into. But there are moments where I'm just like, you know what? I want to do like a vibrant blue and I want to match my nails and I just want to have fun with it. So this palette definitely will put you in that mood. This shade right here is Downpour and it is also what is on my nails. And I have to say, what's up nails? What is up? I don't know how this is not chipping. I have done the dishes like 4 times. I have done laundry. I have been doing chores. I've been opening packages. This is day 5, I think, 4 or 5, and I have not had a chip. How? Like, how is that? It is more of a matte finish on this particular one. I would prefer it to be maybe a little bit shinier, but the wear time, my gosh, do we love? Part of me is like, I love this, like the color. And the other part of me is like, Tati, like get a hold of yourself and just do a nude or something like that. So I will admit, I am having a little bit of a crisis with where I am at as far as the kind of style I like for like nails even. But I'm just going with me. I'm just going with the flow. I'm not giving into trends. And if this is tacky, well, look away. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so let's dive into just a smidge more tacky. As we transition into other nail colors that are bright and bold, let's look at these swatches. This palette, top rated. All right, we also have Polar Light Show, which is one of the prettiest duochrome nail polishes of all time. High quality. I hope you can see the mesmerizing shiftiness of this. It's just stunning. I love this. And I really want to know from you guys, what do we think about glittery, colorful nail polish? I'm just so curious. Tell me, what are you wearing on your nails? Just like look down, tell me. I want to know. All right. Also, another indie brand that does polish incredibly well. Sometimes the names, I'm not going to lie, I try not to get tripped up and like everything's evil. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like some of the names are a little dark. It's like Gates of Hell or something like that. Or like, I don't even want to say. But if that doesn't bother you, then maybe you will like the shade Pandemonium. I love this shade. It's vibrant, it's bright, it wears well, it paints well. I like the brush size. Everything through and through is so good. But some of the names, you guys, like, I don't know. I find words to be very powerful. And while I don't want to live my life being like, oh my gosh, every symbol out there is evil. Like I gotta hide and run, because sometimes if you go down the wrong avenue on TikTok, you will start to feel that way. If it's not dark stuff, it's like super sexual, like energy pouring through a lot of cosmetics. Like I have so many stories of women coming into Nordstrom and like, no offense to NARS, but come on, some of those names, they're a little aggressive. And when you have someone, like there's an elderly woman or something and she wants NARS, beep, 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 like it's just always made me be like, is this necessary? Okay, Fawn Beauty. Amazing, gorgeous lip oil. The applicator is perfection. It is not a lip plumper, but you will feel like your lips look bigger. They will be juiced up, so hydrated. It has kind of a nice watermelon strawberry scent that is super beautiful. I really love Fawn serum lip glosses. Everything's like treatment and cushy, and you're gonna feel better after you take the makeup off than you did when you first put it on. Just really nourishing, and I have been overjoyed to use these lip oils. I just think they're beautiful, and I love the owner. She's so sweet. She sends me thoughtful DMs, and I think that she's doing a great job with her brand, and I wanted to shout these out as A+ lip oils. We're gonna talk about an indie fashion line that I can't even talk. I need to hold one up. You guys, are you freaking kidding me? Is this not the most stunning, gorgeous bag of all time? I love this so much. The owner's name is Sandra. I really hope I am not botching the name. I found them on Instagram, and it's Nadena F. I think the F might be for fashion. Nadena F. I hope I'm saying that right. I started out watching this woman make these purses by hand. I would full on zone out watching her crochet, and her reels are really good and just put you in like the ASMR head tingles. If you know, you know. And I was just like, wow, look at this woman making these handbags. Like, this is amazing. Look at the color combos. Oh my gosh, that one has a tassel and that one has this. And just the effort that you can feel she is putting into handcrafting these bags is out of this world. I read a little frequently asked questions, and it takes her around 8 to 12 hours to make each bag. And there is not a mistake on here, okay? Like through and through. I don't even know how she does this. I'm fascinated. The quality is the best. It is just as good as any designer luxury bag. I actually have these displayed in my closet up next to a couple of Chanel bags. You guys know the lime green one that I still have never worn out in public. But these I actually have worn like to dinner. I just feel so proud, like I'm carrying a piece of artwork and someone's hard work and artistry went into it. And I just love so much. Check out her website, check out her IG. I'll link everything below. I want to show you one more that has just been like my summertime go-to. How fabulous. I love. Thank you so much. She sent me a couple of these because I had mentioned her bags in the past, and apparently that just helped her business out quite a bit. And I didn't even know. I was just like, I love watching this Instagram. And thank you so much. You sent me a letter that literally came on the correct day of my life. I needed to read it, and I burst into tears in the kitchen, and it was just so thoughtful. And I could not even believe, like, I'm gonna cry again. I could not even believe that she would spend the time making me bags just to send me like as a thank you. So shout out back to you. You guys go support this amazing brand. Even if you don't buy a purse, just watch her IG. You will see what I'm talking about. It's so good. All right. I think I'm becoming allergic to Givenchy, and it's actually like feeling really disappointing, and I'm upset about it. My gosh. I like have to breathe heavy whenever I use the powder. It makes my nose run. Oh my gosh. Why? Let me know, do you have a good brightening powder recommend that is fragrance free? We're gonna hop over into a primer for a moment. This brand is The Organic Skin Company, and I freaking love, love, love this primer. I've never been able to pull off the glowy drops, like the Drunk Elephant, glowy drops, that whole business. I end up looking blotchy and patchy, and I'm like, I don't know how people are into this. This just doesn't work for me. I have found a product that absolutely just like velvetizes the skin, minimizes pores, hydrates the skin, and gives you a little bit of a glow and a sheen underneath your foundation. And I'm in love. I bought this at the freaking grocery store. Everything through and through, from their packaging even, is amazing. With the heat here in Texas, I will say this, store this on its side because it does push out some of the product that is like pressurized in there. And I feel like the heat expanded things. So it was like kind of like a toothpaste tube that was like, meh, like kind of like letting some of the product out. So I started storing it on its side, but I'm in love. I have both shades. There is more of a goldeny light shade and then a bronzing shade. I'm using the bronzing shade today. And I find it also just balances my skin throughout the day, where my face doesn't get oily, but it doesn't feel dry either. So it's just like a velvety, hydrating, bronzy, organic, good for your skin primer. So good. Oden's Eye. Let's talk about these two. I've used them in reels and I am still in love. We have the Stone and Rock palette right here. Whoa, mattes and metallics. We also have the Jewels and Gem palette. You can tell I've dug into here quite a bit. I really love colorful, shiny things still. I really love the pulled back aesthetic. For me, I'm not gonna call it clean girl aesthetic. It's more like lazy day aesthetic and I can't be bothered aesthetic and didn't have enough time in the morning aesthetic. So I really like the look of just glowy, healthy skin. Pop on, you know, a juicy lip, some balm, a lip oil, do the brows. And then when it comes to the eyes, you can still have a little bit of fun. I say this all the time, but you could take a shade that's even a bit richer, darker, that would maybe appear a little more smoky, like this right here. This is the shade Exhilaration. You can just use your finger and just pop it on the lid, mascara, go. You can also, like this one I've worn on its own, and this is honestly one of the most unique, beautiful, gorgeous shades out there. This is the shade Swoon. Oh my gosh, if you're seeing this online, the swatches do not do justice to how it behaves in real life. It has so much shifty. Is it peachy? Is it pinky? Is it green? What is that? It's so absolutely stunning on its own, one and done out the door. Or you can even like really pump it up in the inner corner and just have that be like your statement. I love this shade right here. I just wanted to say the quality of these palettes really impressed me, and I do reach for them quite a bit, specifically if I'm in the mood to shine. I hope I have dazzled you. I hope I have given you some ideas for brands you may not know about, things that I put through my testing, my makeup intense testing that just came out top notch, totally A+ products, and I will have everything listed in the description box below. I love you guys so much. Please thumbs up, share this video, subscribe, ring the bell, turn those notifications on, and come and hang out with me again soon. Go have a good one, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.